Shalom to the hopeful elect of Israel. First and foremost, let's give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rukakadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. I want to get into the mercies of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and his love is not toward everyone, and not even toward everyone of Israel. As we're going to find out in this account right here in Matthew 13, where Yahweh Shai, he was speaking the parable of sowing seeds. And like I said, I did a lesson not too long ago, how these Christians have, the Lord has used these church leaders, these pastors, evangelists, so-called, and so on, to deceive a lot of people. It's written, the deceiver and the deceived are his. And Yahweh Shai is about to show you an example right here in Matthew 13. I'm going to go down to, I'll just say the whole thing, starting at verse 1. The same day went Yahweh Shai out of the house and sat by the sea. The great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore. And he spake many things unto them in parables, because it's not meant for everybody to understand the mysteries of the kingdom. And that's why it's a blessing to have teachers that don't just go precepts and precepts and precepts and precepts, but you have men that the Lord have sent out, starting with the apostles and bishops of the great and the elders of the great millstone, to break down what these parables mean. Right? All these mysteries of the kingdom. Let's get it. Verse 3 again. And he spake many things to them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them.
Wayside.
The edge of the road. Wayside. The edge of the road. And the fowls came and devoured them. On the highways and hedges, the men doing the work are the sowers sowing seeds. And some fell by the wayside, on the side of the road. No one was there to really to get the understanding. But they're there. The words are out there. He told Ezekiel to prophesy to the wind. And then the sinew and the skin to come back on the children of Israel in the valley of dry bones. And that's what we're commanded to do, to go and prophesy to the wind. which is the seed of the kingdom, of the children of the kingdom. Well, it's to bring forth the children of the kingdom. Verse 5. Some fell on upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. So some of the words, the seeds, the words of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the seeds fall into some people's ears. They come by the camp, they hear it, they have this, they start to believe, but then it doesn't stick with them. They have no deepness in understanding or wanting to learn or understand the truth of the kingdom, of the words of Yahweh Shah. It sounds good to them, for that moment, but they, it just, all right, it sprung up. It didn't take root. Verse 6. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. So whatever they heard, whatever they believed for that moment, it withered away. The sun burnt them up. Burnt up that knowledge, the information of the sun, because when you mix a seed inside the ground, deep rooted, with water and sun, that's going to bring life to that seed, to that plant. And it starts springing up when it has root. If a seed just fall on the ground, and it doesn't go deep enough into the ground, which we are made from the ground, then it's going to burn when the sun come up. Verse 7. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. They're around individuals that have different belief systems. That's the thorns. Different philosophies, different they have what's the word? Convincing, I'll say. Because you might be around somebody that's into Islam or 5%ers, or maybe even these gangs, or black power, some kind of black power structure, or Latino power structure, or some kind of opportunity in the world that they can get, fame or money, and it chokes the truth out of them. They're more focused on the things of the world. Verse 8. But other fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. And those are the ones that obtain the seed, the word of the Lord. It dove deep into their soul, into the spirit, into the ground. Like I said, which we came from the ground. And that's why it's written, ash to ashes, dust to dust. Right? He who have ears, let him hear. Let me jump down. Because, that's his disciples asking, why you speak to them in parables? And this is his answer. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom, but to them it is not given. That's scary in itself. For you to know this information, to have the word of Yahweh, for it to even resonate with you this far, whether you've been in the truth, 2, 3 years, 10 years. I can only speak for like 3 years, 4 years, being in the truth, being under the guidance of the real teachers, the great millstone. It's a blessing, but it's also a scary thing because you see all the people around you that don't get it. For whatever reason. But this is the in fact, I'm gonna keep on reading. Let's go down to verse 12. For whosoever have, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever have not, from him shall be taken away, even that he have. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. The breakdowns of the chipmunks, the breakdowns of Jacob's trouble, the breakdowns of the third woe. All these things have been spoken for years now and have not changed, from the elders on down. And many people out here still have not received it, and we're commanded to only tell people at least, at the most 2, 3 times. You might be merciful 4, 5, 6, 7 times, a complete number maybe, and they still won't perceive it. And it's scary to know that what's about to happen, some people are just created for it to happen to them. Verse 15, for this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed. They have closed their own eyes. Yahushua did it just like he made the Pharaoh heart harden, but their eyes are closed. They want to come up with precepts to debunk, what the chipmunk is, so on and so forth. And I want to get an account back in Genesis chapter 18. Matter of fact, let me pull it up. No, I'm gonna keep you. Genesis 18. Mercy of the Lord. Let me jump down. I'll start here. Genesis 18, and I'm going to start at, don't do it. We'll go to verse 20. And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me. And if not, I will know. And the men turned their faces from thence and went toward Sodom. But Abram stood yet before the Lord. Those men were angels. The cry of Sodom has went up into the Lord. You had men, women, and children out there crying, well, men, women, children crying unto the Lord for the abominations done therein. And the same thing is going on now. The murdering, the killing, the lying, the stealing, the rise of the alphabetical order. You know what I mean? Lord willing, you know what I mean. And just like back then, the cry of America is going up into the Lord. His men sighing and crying for the abominations that be done therein. We sick of this place. We sick of this place, literally, physically, and spiritually. It's written they're going to wear out the saints. What you eat, what you see on a day-to-day basis, our people are through and destroyed. In America, damn near all, you got some out there that's still striving and making it, the ones that's going to take the chipmunks, and put it in their trees. But, boy, you see all type of people out here that's just through. Every day, more and more people are becoming homeless. More and more women are being, treated like men, like they've been wanting to be treated like. Being treated just like men. Men turning away from helping them. The authorities turning away from helping them. It's a clever plan of the Lord. I put it that way, that he put on Esau. But let's get it again. Verse 22. And the men turned their faces from thence and went toward Sodom. But Abram stood yet before the Lord. And Abraham drew near and said, Wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Brother Gabar. Shalom. Shalom, brother. He always sending out music to do lessons, which I probably should have used. Made for another day. 24. Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein? That be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked. That be far from thee, shall not the judge of all the earth do right? So Abraham is, asking the Lord, we know you're a righteous God, a righteous power. He's pretty much asking him for mercy, which many prophets done that. Ezra's done that for the children of Israel. I believe Jeremiah have done that. And it was, I want to say it was a couple more. Moses, I know Moses done that. But Hey, whoever the Lord chooses, who he chooses. And he had mercy upon who he will have mercy on. Right? Like it's written in Romans, I believe. Romans 9, chapter 15. Salakia. Romans chapter 9, verse 15. Salakia. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. In verse 16 it say, so then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy. So it don't even matter your place in this race. All that matters is his mercy on you. You know, the same thing with Moses at the. Hopefully, I get a chance to get that, but I want to stay focused. So let's go back to Genesis 18. And the Lord said, verse 26. And the Lord said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sakes. The Lord already knew, but just to like give his servant a little comfort, a little compassion, a little mercy. He's like, all right, you can find 50. I'll have mercy on the whole place, right? But the Lord already knew. And Abraham answered and said, behold, now I have taken upon thee to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. So Abraham had to humble himself. Man, it gotta be bad for you to say, okay, if I can find at least 50 in there that you gonna spare, it gotta be really bad, because I ain't nothing but bones and dust. And I ain't nothing but bones and dust. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Right? So he say, peradventure, there shall lack 5, and of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for lack of 5? And he said, if I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. So he said, okay, yeah, you find 45, I won't destroy it. And he spake unto him again and said, peradventure, there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. And Abraham keep on going down to here. Verse 32. And he said, hold on, I'm going to go 31. And he said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure, there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. So all the way from 50 down to 20, the Lord being merciful for his servants, for his servant Abraham. You can find 20. I won't destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? Verse 32. And he said, oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. At the end of the day, we know that Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. So evidently, he couldn't even find 10 righteous in the city. And you see what's going on around you in this world. Though it might be a great number of us that are in the truth and understand, the Lord has given us, open up our understanding to his word. There's, what can I say, 2 times more? In Israel at least, there's 2 times more that don't care, don't get it. The Lord said He's gonna have mercy on who He will have mercy on. And that's another one I wanted to get. Um, Come on, man. Okay, now it's playing with me. Hey, that's my fault, though. See, this is not it. It's playing with me. Hold on, let's see. Salakia family. Damn it, man. Is that it? That must be it. Messing with me, man. Open that up. Deuteronomy chapter 1. I'm going to start at 34. And the Lord heard the voice of your words and was wroth and swore, saying, Surely there shall not one of these men of this evil generation see that land, that good land, which I swore unto your fathers, save Caleb, the son of Jephunneh. He shall see it, and to him will I give the land that he have trodden upon, and to his children, because he have wholly followed the Lord. Verse 37. Also the Lord was angry with me for your sakes, saying, Thou also shalt not go in thither. Speaking to Moses. But Joshua the son of Nun, which standeth before thee, he shall go in thither. Encourage him, for he shall cause Israel to inherit it. Okay, so you know all the things that Moses done. Salaki for taking that long time just to bring out that fact or that picture, that point. You know. But you know, Moses done great things. You know, and he wasn't even able to go into the kingdom. Once again, it tells us about the mercy of the Lord. You know, and who he has compassion on. It's a scary thing to fall into the hands of the Lord. You know. With that, I hope and pray this lesson is edifying. You know, stay humble, contrite, with a contrite spirit of meekness. You know, and till next time, let's give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahweh Shai, B'Shem Kakadash, and again, double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. To the hopeful elect of Israel, Shalom.